Okay, good morning to our friends. So, we'll be discussing today, syempre, mag-ano tayo, parang go back in time. So,
Okay.
ano tayo? Sabayan nyo kami. Imagine nyo yung childhood nyo before, kung ano yung mga gusto nyo noon,
Mhm.
natatanong nyo pa kapag tinatanong kayo, what do you want to be, nung
Mhm.
bata kayo. And to start this conversation with Teacher Gie, by the
Mhm.
way, sa mga hindi pa nakakakilala sa akin, I'm Coach V, the Benighted Master. I'm the creator of Journey to Money Freedom Coaching Sessions, helping individuals to end their debt-related stress, frustrations, denials, depressions, and or fears. And with me is Teacher Yi, the founder of the Bright Kids. It's about building confidence for the kids. So, yung itatanong ko ngayon with Teacher G, tanong ko sa'yo, Teacher G, would you
Mm.
still be happy had you not pursue your childhood dream? Can you
Um,
share it to our friends?
okay. So, good morning to our friends and our viewers for
Mm-hmm.
today. Sorry for the technical glitch. I don't know what's happening, but the show must go on, right, Coach V?
Yes.
Pardon the discomfort of just seeing my logo and just hearing my voice. I am so also uncomfortable with this setup, but the show must go on. Okay, so to answer your question, would I still be happy had I not pursued my dream, my
Mm-hmm.
childhood dream to be exact? I would say that if I were to gauge my feelings now, my situation right now, well, I am happy where I am at the moment and who I have become. But going back to that journey in time when I was much younger, when I was a little kid, I
Mm-hmm.
used to dream of becoming a lot of things,
Okay.
this and that, this and that, right? There was a point in my life when I was young, when I was dreaming to become nurse
Mm-hmm.
because of the white uniform and the look of elegance. You know, the nurses during that time when I was a kid was really something that is that you can look up to physically because they really look elegant and because the time nurses have to be this
Okay.
tall and as if they are going to join beauty contest. I am not sure, very sure
Mm-hmm.
about that, but that was what I was hearing before. There is a height requirement. And then at one point, I would like to become a flight stewardess.
Okay.
Although I didn't know then that I would not be growing that tall
Mm.
to, for the height requirement because I was always fascinated when I hear the airplane up there, and I would always wish that I was inside. And so that dream of becoming a flight attendant, flight stewardess, whatever they call it. And at one point, because we were playing Tinda-Tindahanan, are you familiar with that game during my childhood? I don't know if you played that game.
Bahay-bahayan.
Bahay-bahayan. I also played that, but when we were playing Tinda-Tindahanan with my friends, my sisters,
Mhm.
I would always want to be the owner of the store. So I was also dreaming of becoming a business woman. But
Okay.
the most ultimate of all the dreams that I had back in childhood was to become an artist, a visual artist at that, because during that time, I thought I was the greatest artist. Just because I knew how to draw well, beautifully, that has become my dream to enroll in fine arts. But to make the long story short, not all our dreams are fulfilled. Childhood dreams are not always fulfilled due to different circumstances. Like for example, in my family, we were five, and with that age gap of only 2 or 3, when we were in college, we were almost all of us were in college at the same time, and so it also happens that during that time, fine arts is only offered in Manila, and I was living in the province, and it would be much of a burden to my family, to my parents, to send me to Manila just for me to pursue my dream of becoming a visual artist. And so, the good girl, the goody girl that I am, I just made do with what is available at that time, and due to the motivation of my teacher aunt, I enrolled in an education course, Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education. Um, without any passion in it, without without much interest, just for
Mm-hmm.
the sake that I am going to college and I would
Okay.
be taking a degree. You understand that, you know?
Yeah. Start. Parang ay, pilitan ka lang. So, go.
Yeah.
And try ko sa parang you need to try, but you will do also yung pinaka
Okay. So I am the type of person that does not wallow in self pity,
uh-huh.
but yeah, I am okay as long as I can finish a degree. So I enrolled in education, and that was the start of my journey as a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was in it, I was not exactly enjoying it. What I was just after was to be uh was to belong to the dean's list so that I
Mm-hmm.
could I could enjoy the scholarship. That means free tuition fee, and that is something that you can do to help your parents during that
Yeah.
time. So I finished college with flying colors, even if that was
Mm-hmm.
not the course that was in my heart. And right, I graduated in April, and June I was already hired by in the elementary department of that same college where I graduated. And so
Okay.
my immersion with kids, different kinds of kids, by being one of the faculty members in the elementary department of that private Catholic school. And it lasted for 20 years.
Wow.
Imagine that. That was not the
Yeah.
course that
In
was my heart, but I passionately did my job until such time that I was already looking for a new environment.
mm-hmm.
But that is another story to tell. So
Okay.
going back to that
To
question of
my
yours,
question,
yeah, what was your
would
question
you, ha-
again?
would you be happy despite that you did not pursue yung
Okay, so would I still be happy? So I have
yes.
already answered that. I am happy where I am now. And I
Mm-hmm.
think the Lord has His ways that are not our way, right?
Yes.
The Lord's way is not our way, and our way may not be the Lord's way. Do you agree with me?
Yes. So, we need to learn kung ano yung pinakagusto talaga niya sa atin. Now, can you
Yeah.
share paano ka napunta with creating these Bright Kids,
Okay, so
building self-confidence for the kids, yung program?
20 years after my my stint as an elementary teacher, an
Mhm.
elementary school teacher, I decided to cut short my service by retiring early.
Uh-huh.
And my plan then was to go
My
abroad. 20 years after, I decided to opt. for early retirement or early resignation. And my plan then was to go abroad to an Asian country to teach also. But it so
Mhm.
happened that mm, I got homesick and I went back and pursued my plan B, which is to put up a tutorial center, which I manage, and that is still about teaching. I was
Yes,
trying to stay away from teaching, but
keeps on
it is
pulling you back.
I am always gravitated towards it. And so I put up a tutorial center that lasted for 15 years, 15 long years until pandemic hit us in 2020.
Right.
And so I thought that was already the end of my career or my journey as a teacher. But
Mhm.
the Lord again has other plans for me. When I was already thinking is this the end for me? Is this retirement for me? Is this the time for me to stop? But then my mind is not that sold to the idea that I would be stopping what I am so passionately doing.
Mhm.
And un- until the pandemic happened, or the lockdown took place or was implemented on March 15 of 2020. So my business was also very much affected.
Yeah, everybody
Everything,
was
yeah,
affected.
everything was frozen, right? And I was also very much affected until in August of 2020. Some former clients approached me online and asked me to teach their kids English because they thought that what was happening then in the educational system in the Philippines,
Mm.
having modular or online classes was not enough for them. They would
Okay.
like to supplement the learning of their kids by asking me to teach them English to improve in grammar and learn how to write, as simple as that. But then it so happened that because it was online, I had to be more creative, more resourceful because we they are new on this system,
Mhm.
learning system. And so I became more creative, resourceful, and I made use of strategies that are quite interesting, very interesting for the kids. And without me realizing it, I was helping them to grow and develop their confidence. Little by little, I noticed that, oh wow, she's not declining anymore. Whenever I ask her to do something, to host, to speak in front of the other kids in the group, in the
Yes.
online class, they don't hesitate. They accept the challenge easily,
Mhm.
and so I think, wow, these strategies are working very well on these kids. And I thought of documenting this one. I thought of why am I doing this for a selected number of kids? Why
Mhm.
can't many kids be benefited by this thing that I was doing here? There was no name yet. At that time, there was no name yet for my program, for the strategies or whatsoever. It was just a plain English class for me. And it's happened that maybe it was also through the guidance of the one up there that
Mm.
we met our mentor in the person of Mami N Natividad, Mami Negosyo. And
Yeah.
she taught us how to make a system for what is in our mind, to document it to and to make a system so that it can work much, much better. And that was that led to the creation of the Bright program, which
Mhm.
I am now using for my first batch of
Mhm.
students, and they are showing tremendous change in their character and their personality. They are beginning to be really confident about themselves. And that was
Great.
it. So, who would say that you will not be happy if you were not able to pursue your childhood dream? It's like in my case, to be a visual artist. I am
Mhm.
also using my creativity in creating this program, in creating materials that would be more interesting to kids so that they'll be more confident and they'll be more ready to conquer their dreams, their own dreams, because
Yes.
they are armed with enough confidence. Out Yeah, that's it.
Yes. Agree with that, Sir Gie. Hindi naman kasi kailangan na you have to be fine art graduates para yung creativity mo is magamit mo. Kasi
Mhm.
you could use it tulad nga sa pagti-teach mo and with
Mhm.
your Bright Kids program. So, nagamit mo
All
siya
right.
in terms of creativity mo sa writing, sa oral,
Mm.
and that
Yeah.
helps them build confidence nila.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's very true. Very true. And I am happy with where I am now. Definitely, I am happy, and I'm still hoping that more kids will benefit from this program.
Mhm.
And so now it's your turn to tell me your story.
Okay, so ano ba yung nag-stand out sa childhood ko? It's more on me wanting to be part in the medicine world. So, ibig sabihin, gusto ko maging doktor.
Yeah.
Dalawa. Gusto ko maging
Mm.
doktor ng tao at saka doktor ng hayop.
Okay. Something weird.
Yeah, parang ito yung nag-imagine ka na, mukhang surgeon ata gusto. Kasi yung, alam mo yung nag-ooperate ka tapos what if nagsabay? Operating both
Ah,
yung human and the
uh,
animal. Baka mamaya mapag-switch na. So, kidding aside, that was just part of one of my dreams nung bata. Hindi ko
your
alam
wild
kasi,
imagination. You have such a
yeah,
wild imagination.
so, natutuwa ako sa mga pag nakikita ko yung mga doctor wearing white. Kaya siguro
Uh-huh.
maliit wear ng
Yeah.
white. Ano?
Look like a doctor today.
So, and not like the kids na na pag nila iba yung iba, alam na nila agad kung anong gusto nila. Usually kasi pag tinanong, what do you want to be when you grow up? Ang
Mm,
iniisip is about the work, di ba?
mm,
But
yeah.
kung kapag tumatanda na tayo as we age and syempre tayo, nagmamature, it's not really about kung ano yung job mo. It's really what you want to do, ano yung
Uh-huh.
gusto mong contribute with your community. And
Mm-hmm.
to use yung talent, yung God-given talent mo para hindi mawala na mai-share mo para
Mm-hmm.
makatulong ka sa kapwa mo. So,
Yeah.
with me, dahil nasa, hindi ako ganun kaano na, kasi kapag magme-medicine ka since hindi man kami magkakapatid and it so happen na na-meet ka child, tapos 3 to 2 years lang pagitan, so magsasabay-sabay kami sa college. So, I don't want my parents na mahirapan sa pagpapaaral. So, ako yung
Uh-huh.
tip, ayoko mahirapan sila kasi pag sinabi natin sa parents natin, talagang gagawa sila ng paraan para
Yeah.
mapag-aral.
To support your
Mm.
dream.
So, natanong ko na lang, ano bang pwede kong kunin course? My mom told me about ECE, pero hindi ko alam kung ano yun dati.
uh,
And lang,
Electronic Communications Engineering.
pwede mag-work nun. Pwede ka mag-work sa sa TV. So, parang
Mm.
yun motivation ko, okay. So, parang
Uh-huh.
gusto ko work in television. Which I
Yep.
was able to, luckily, as my first job, so nag-work tayo sa GMA Network as
GMA 7.
technical staff. So, under kami sa archive sa library, more on the news yung handle natin. So, matrabaho pang news kasi per second yan. You have to check yung video and audio. Then, we called it shot list na kailangan, ano yung event, ano yung nangyari within that second, ano mo yun, ma-input mo yun. Kasi matrabaho talaga sa broadcasting. Per video per seconds, daming production na magagamit yan para lang maipalabas nila yung certain shot.
Yes.
And it could be used archiving. So I was able to explore naman yung field ko in the engineering, sa broadcasting, then I got to telecoms, engineering, and then even the government. And dun ko na-realize while exploring, being an adventurous also, na it's, hindi yung job security yung hinahanap ko, it's more on freedom. Kaya siguro nung enroll ako dun sa business natin, sa business course, under the guidance of Manny Negosyo, he was able to help me to create yung gusto kong framework that this was based also on my passion and the talent that I have. So, nag-come up nga dun yung financial literacy since I'm also a financial advisor. And having an experience na saving is part of my habit since childhood.
Yeah.
Yun din pansin ko that I want to instill with my coaches, whatever financial circumstances they have. So, dun yung birth ng Journey to Money Freedom. It's a cost reduction program that I've been helping individuals, especially women, to end their debt-related stress, fears, denials, depressions, or ano pa bang mga problems related to debt, to create the wealth they deserve and to enjoy their life and live their dream.
Okay.
So, yun yung natin, Teacher Gie. So, whatever kahit na hindi mo na-pursue, ako personally, kahit na unang naisip kong dream, hindi ko na-pursue, I'm still happy and becoming more happier habang mas marami kang nagagawa and na-apply mo yung mga God-given talents mo. And in my own little way, nakakatulong ako sa aking kapwa.
Okay, and
So,
that
yun.
is,
So, yeah,
yun naman
that's
ang
why,
ultimate purpose natin, di ba?
that's why I was able to create my journey to money freedom.
Money freedom.
And now, Teacher Gie, for sure yung mga viewers natin and friends natin would like to know how they can reach you through your Bright Kids program. Can you share with our viewers and friends how they can contact you?
Okay, so I have my digital platforms, IG, Facebook, this TikTok, with the handle Bright is by Teacher Gie, the Bright program. They can contact me through these platforms, and so we can talk about how I could be of help to their kids. But for they have to book, schedule a 15-minute clarity call with me, because that is the first step that they have to do. Because otherwise, if we will not be doing that, there is a tendency for us to just waste both our time, which is very precious. Because we know, when what we are offering is something that has to be agreeable to both parties, because we cannot work with people who do not share the same vision and for their kids, and in your case your coaches. And so it is very important that the first thing that they do is to schedule or book a 15-minute clarity call with us, in order to identify really what the need is and if we are the right people to go to as regards their problem.
Yes.
Okay, that's it. Coach V, your turn. Where will they find you?
So, sa mga friends natin and viewers, if you need help handling your debts and anything regarding money management, you could book your 15-minute clarity call at bit.ly/PDB Consult. And you could also download your free ebook. It's at bit.ly/guidebk. It's about 7 beliefs that keeps you buried in debt and what to do about it.
Okay.
So, Teacher Gie, any last word or word of wisdom with friends and viewers?
what I can say to our friends out there, to all the mommies, the daddies, the mamas, the papas, and whoever are taking care of their kids, support your kids'
Mm-hmm.
dreams. Yeah, so they have to support their kids' dreams because nowadays it is not hard, unlike during our days, right? Uh, these days you can really find the means
Mm-hmm.
to support your kids' dreams. And so that is very important. And also, if ever, we have to teach our kids to be happy with what we can provide for them. Because not all the days are good days, heydays. There are times when the family really cannot afford to support the dreams of their kids. So when that
Mm-hmm.
happens, the kids must be ready to accept and be happy with what is being offered because that is life. Life is
Yes.
not life is not just uh everyday happy.
Okay. So for me, I would like to share my message with our friends and viewers.
Mm-hmm.
Happiness choice. So there should be no ifs. Parang
Yeah.
dapat wag kayong magbigay ng condition to feel happy. We can still feel happy despite circumstances, kung ano man yung circumstances na meron tayo.
Yeah.
And it's okay din to accept na we feel not good. It's okay not to be okay, but
Mhm.
definitely we can always be happy. It's a
Okay.
choice.
Yeah, and in parting also, may I ask, had had we not obeyed our parents before, do you think we would be this kind of individuals right now? If we were matigas ng ulo, I just want fine arts. I just want medicine. Like that, even if that was not really possible that time. So where would we end? Maybe lose people, right? We would be, we could have been
So for the
losers by
kids
now.
out there, well, for the kids out there, kasi nga iba yung ano natin, no? Pwedeng sabihin ng mga bata, iba na
Mm-mm.
yung kanilang
Yeah,
generation. Still pays to
yeah.
listen to your parents. And open communication lang po. If you're not
Oo.
agreeing with your parents, just say what you feel. Mahalaga yung open communication so that both sides will understand each other.
Yes. And kids nowadays want to talk. They really want to talk it out, to speak their
Mm.
mind. And so the parents should also be adjusting to them, even if that was not the way they were brought up. Okay? So, despite the technical hazard that we encountered today, we were still able to push through with this.
Okay, so
So,
see you again, friends, next week for
mhm.
our next Kwentuhan's sharing stories. And I hope Teacher Gie would be able to fix her video. No?
I
Other
also wish and
podcast na
I
lang
also
talaga.
hope we,
And
yeah.
see you and yung mga friends natin din next week. Bye-bye!
Okay, bye-bye.